Yeah, hello everyone. Today I'm speaking to everyone's favorite cine reporter, Mr. Himesh Mankad of Pinkvilla. Hi, Himesh. And I
Hi,
think
hi.
I'd like to start off by sort of assuaging the disappointed Shah Rukh Khan fans who are not very happy with waiting the whole day on the 25th and not getting anything. So, is there any status on why exactly the usual 25th pattern has been broken this time? Do you have any idea?
Um, I think they broke it with a small image from the film. I think that was the surprise for this 25th, and maybe next 25th they'll come up with a teaser announcement or something for Pathan.
Right.
So they introduced the character posters, and maybe next 25th will be the announcement of teaser with a new poster, and then bring out a teaser after that.
Right. And
Uh,
also, this Friday has been a very special and almost historical Friday in Indian theatre history, where we've seen all
yeah.
the theatres come together, cut down prices to 25 on National Cinema Day. And it's been a huge success. The response was beyond what was expected. So, could you just let us know
Yeah.
the numbers of what happened on Friday?
Oh, so Friday was, I think, historic for our
Yeah.
industry because it's a fight which has been going on since a long time, and finally when the ticket prices came down, the footfalls actually went up, and it not just resulted in higher footfalls but also high collections
Yeah.
for the films. So initially there was a debate कि अगर prices कम कर दिया तो footfalls आएंगे but collection नहीं आएंगे, but we
Hmm.
saw it with Brahmastra, Chup, and even a film like Dhoka, which got footfalls as well as numbers. So it clearly shows that there is an appetite in the audience to consume cinema, but there isn't enough money to buy the
Yeah.
tickets. And when the prices have come down, they are giving it a chance. They are
Yeah.
giving the film a chance. So on Friday, that is I think 23rd, around 40 lakh people, 35 to 40 lakh people watched films in cinema halls, which is a huge number for a single day. And I think that the fact that 35 40 lakh people have watched a film in theaters has also brought in a change in the thought process of the industry, where they are actually considering to bring down the pricing range for at least the mid range and small budget films. So
So,
yeah, I think 35 lakh people, 35 to 40 lakh people watched films on that day.
right. So, what you're saying is, given the success of National Cinema Day, and I think even the upcoming weekdays also, they've reduced ticket prices from the usual, right?
Yes.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
depending on the response there, we might see in the future a reduction in theater ticket rates.
Sorry, future reduction.
Yeah, we might see these decrease in ticket prices overall with time
I
to
I
attract
think
greater
so. So
footfall.
see, it's of course, there will be a change. I mean, see, it's not feasible for any cinema owner or even anyone to sustain at 75. That's too low.
Yeah.
So, or even 100 rupees price is too low. So we need to strike. I think what the industry would work on in the coming 2 months is to make an attempt to strike a balance between revenue and footfalls.
Yeah.
To find a midpoint which is not too costly for the consumers, and it is not too cheap for the property like the multiplex or single screen owners to operate. So
Yeah.
once that middle ground is like once they find the middle ground, that will be the average ticket price for films in the times to come. And I think within next 2 months, that middle ground, we'll find that middle ground. Maybe 150 rupees, 175 rupees, maybe morning shows at 125, afternoon shows at 150, evening at 175, and night at 200. Maybe that's a
Right.
range which I think is ideal for films, at least the mid and small range films, and
Yeah.
some very small films at 100 flat. Like
Yeah, and recently, 2022 has been quite a bad year, especially for the Hindi film industry, right? Till September, where Brahmastra
yeah.
did some good numbers. But do you think Brahmastra has broken the bad run of Bollywood? Because there's a lot of debate whether it qualifies as success or whether we are just calling it a success out of as a reprieve that things have been so bad this year. This was very good compared to that.
uh, See, firstly we have to go down like to call 2022 a bad year. Firstly, we need to, there is a false notion everywhere
Right.
that it has been a bad year. Of course, it has not been a very good year. But if we look at it collectively in the last 10 years, minus 2019,
Yeah.
uh, the Hindi film industry on an average delivers 10 to 15 hit films a year. That
Yeah.
has been the trend all throughout.
Yeah.
Of course, the flop films earn more than what they are earning right now. But
Yeah.
still, eventually they were flops. Maybe
Yeah.
say a film like take any Jersey or a
Yeah.
Jayesh Bhai Jordar.
They would
They
have
ended
made more
at
money.
20. They might, yeah, they would have made 40, 50, 55, or 60, but they would have been flops because
Yeah.
that's eventually the content speaks.
Yeah.
So every year we have 10 to 15 hit films.
Hmm.
I think 2019 is the only exception, which was a great year with so many hits.
Yeah.
But so that's how it has been. And if you look at this year, we have had a Gangubai, we had a Bulbulaya 2, we had a Kashmir Files, that's 3. We had a mid-level success, not exactly a hit, but a mid-level film which did some numbers in the form of Jug Jug Jio, that's 4. And we have had a
Yeah.
Brahmastra, which is 5.
Yeah.
We got 3 more months to go. Hopefully, Vikram Vedha will be the sixth one.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm very optimistic on Drishyam, which is 7. I'm
Right.
optimistic on Bhedia, which is 8.
Yeah.
And there is Circus, which is 9. I'm very
Yeah.
optimistic. I think Circus is one film which I'm very optimistic about because it's a comedy film. Ranveer has not done a comedy in ages. I think it's his first comedy film, and he
Yeah.
has
And
that
it's
image
Rohit
of being
Shetty.
the mad quirky. Yeah, it's Rohit Shetty, and Ranveer also has this image of being a mad quirky guy. So I
Yeah.
think it is in sync which is with his image as well. The Circus is the ninth film. So
Yeah.
we have 9 films which potentially look big, and then there are two big Diwali releases.
Yeah.
Thank God and Ram Setu, and then
Yeah.
there is Bhaijan towards the end of the year. If
Is it
even two
Bhaijan
of
or is it Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan? Because
whatever
it
you
doesn't make
call it,
sense.
Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan, Bhaijan, like whatever the title is,
Right.
if even two of these 3 films
Yeah.
work, I think Ram Setu is looking exciting to me, and I think Ram Setu can work. Induji's film also, like we can't underestimate Indra Kumar also because there
Yeah.
is an audience which likes such kind of comedy, and
Yeah.
Diwali pe comedy chalti hai. We have seen it historically.
Hmm.
And then there is a Salman Khan film again. I mean, whenever a Salman film releases, which is commercial without YRF or something, the industry notion is that, "Arey, what is this?" But then the audience receive it differently. So again, we can't underestimate that. So there are 3 more films. I mean, thank God, Ram Setu and Bhaijan, Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan, whatever. Uh, so we are sitting with 12. Like we might
Potential
end if
success.
everything, yeah, if we like if everything goes as planned, we might end 2022 with 12 successful Hindi films.
Right.
And in addition to that, there were two, I think, yeah, KGF and RRR. 2 more films from the South industry which have done very well over here. There's a
Yeah.
Kartikeya 2 which has done well at low levels. So eventually it is more or less in sync with the pre-pandemic times.
Yeah.
It is just that the magnitude of failure is higher.
True.
So वो 20 करोड़ पे जब एक बड़ी फिल्म रुक जाते हैं तो हमको लगता है, oh shit, something is wrong. And it
Yeah.
is actually, but that's how the thing, we are performing in extremes right now.
Yeah.
And Shehzada was going to release in November, which has been pushed. If Shehzada had released in November, again that would I it's a multi-genre film, and Karthik after Bulbulaya 2. So I think
It's
even
really hot.
Shehzada would have been that, yeah, it would have been another hit. So that would have taken our count to 13. And
Yeah.
I think Action Hero is there on, and I think I have heard very good things about Action Hero. So if that springs in a surprise like how Ayushmann Khurrana films do, again, so we are there. We are not as bad when it comes to success count, but yeah, the magnitude of flops have increased.
Right.
So these are the 9 films I'm looking forward to, and there are 3 more. I hope they work. Ram Setu, Thank God, and Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan.
I think everyone's confused. But can I know what exactly was going on with the title changes? Because first it was Kabhi Eid Kabhi Diwali from a long time. Then it
Yeah,
became Bhaijan. Then it became Kisi Ki Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan. There's a
easy.
lot of
I
chaos
think,
around this particular film.
yeah, I think so. The thing is, there's some regulation, some law which is there wherein you can't use a community-driven title.
Okay.
It's there. Some new law is there.
Right.
So Bhaijan is driven by it's. I'm not very sure of what, but it is something to do with the law which has pushed them to call it Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan. It is actually Bhaijan,
Yeah.
but they have done a wordplay of sorts. So I think
Right.
that's the reason why they have tweaked this thing.
Okay. And since we're talking about Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan, you're a huge Salman Khan fan. I think I might
Of
tell
course,
this
yeah.
and disappoint a lot of people that being a Salman Khan fan, you have a Shah Rukh Khan song as your ringtone.
Oh
So
yes.
yeah, that seemed like I was really shocked when I first heard it. So, Salman Khan has had a great run of sorts in the 2010s. You could call it his decade. But post 2017, he has not really found that film that clicked. It Some might call it
Yeah.
bad scripting choices. Some might say he's gone back to his 2000s pattern of working with people that he likes instead of working with the right script.
Hmm.
Some might even call it that
Hmm.
anything that goes up has to come down. And so that's just natural. That's just the way
Yeah.
things go. So, what do you
Hmm.
think is the cause of this recent low run for Bollywood's biggest mass superstar as of today? And I think that also has to do with the fact that why 2022 has been bad, because there's not a Salman Khan film yet. You take any year from the past 7, 8 years, a Salman Khan film has been the big hit. And
Hmm.
that can also be said about Akshay Kumar. For 2016,
Hmm.
he's had every year he's given at least 3 hits, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the
He
absence
was
of
on a
these two
dream run from 2016 till
19.
2019. Good news. Yeah.
Yeah. So what
Um.
exactly do you think is the problem with the Salman Khan brand right now? There is a certain
Uh, of course. See, I mean, his last. His last three, four. I think after Tiger Zinda hai, he did a
yes,
race three, Dabang three, Bharat, Radhe, and Antim.
yeah,
Of this, I think, barring a Bharat, the other three films, the directors like which he has chosen, I think it's the case of choosing wrong directors and wrong scripts.
yeah,
So it's eventually the scripts which are failing him, because if you look at it, a race he did 100 crore weekend,
yeah,
28, 27, 30, 38, 38 or something on those lines. Bharat opened at 40 crore.
yeah,
Uh, Dabang 3, I think it released with CA protest and it did some 22 crore on day one, which is again a very big number. It might have done 25, 26 without the protest. So that stardom is there, but he's working with the wrong people. I think so. Wrong set of people choosing the wrong scripts, and I think that is where the issue lies at this point of time.
yeah,
Hopefully next year a Tiger 3, when a Tiger 3 releases, the euphoria, the madness, the celebrations, the what do I say, the mass hysteria will be
yeah,
back when Tiger 3 releases, because that's a film which, SS Rajamouli said this once.
yeah,
Stardom is like, I think it was in my interview only. He said, and it's very relevant for all the superstars. Stardom is like a bow. You just need the
yeah,
right archer. You just need the archer who knows how to use it well.
yeah.
So right now that archer is missing.
Right.
When he finds the archer who knows how to use that stardom, he'll again blow it out of the park.
Yeah,
And with superstars, the thing is always about the directors. Like
yeah,
it doesn't matter. The day they do a right film, people will come back in huge numbers. Of course, the choices are going wrong. There is no denying that, and it of course takes a toll in the overall positioning and goodwill as well. But it doesn't mean that यार पांच खराब पिक्चर की and six पिक्चर अच्छी की तो लोग देखने नहीं आएंगे. With any star,
huh,
I'm saying, for
yeah,
that matter, for any superstar, even if they do five bad films and then the sixth one looks exciting from the trailer, it's a matter of right trailer. You will see those bumper numbers. You will see those opening days. You will see the celebrations, because the fan is there. The fan is loyal. Even the
yeah,
fan needs some incentive to watch a film, because in today's
yeah,
time, film watching is a costly experience. So
true,
even I'm pretty sure even Bhaijan will take a start. I
yeah,
don't know at what number, but it should open. Eventually he's a star of masses, like even you asked me, said in the question. So that mass audience के लिए जो दो चीज चाहिए, एक है भाई स्क्रीन पे, एक है ट्रेलर डिसेंट हो और उसमें गाना हो एंड
huh,
रोमांटिक ट्रैक हो, and they'll come on the opening day, and then it is the content after that.
yeah,
So of course it might not do those bumper numbers of a Tiger Zinda or a Bharat or a Sultan or a Bajrangi Bhaijaan, but it should take an opening which is better than most of the releases this year. I mean that's the least we can expect. So hopefully that should happen. Let's see. Let's wait for the trailer. But yeah, he needs to work with better directors, is what I feel.
yeah. So you were talking about the masses right now. After post-pandemic, there's been a lot of theories as to why films are not doing well. One pattern is that earlier the films at least used to have openings, and from that people would recover money. But right now, the opening power of almost every star has dipped drastically. So
Hmm.
there's some people are saying that the gentry audience, the high-end multiplex audience, is not coming to theaters anymore. and that it's only
Hmm.
now it's only the masses and the youth audience that's coming in. Do you buy that theory, or what do you think is the driving factor here? Because for the family, for the elite audience, one could say they came out at least in Telugu for Sitaramam, which is a very high multiplex
Hmm.
friendly subject, or they've come out in
Yeah.
Tamil, they've come out in Malayalam. So what makes Hindi different, or do you think it's just an excuse by filmmakers to explain their failures?
See, actually, this I'll connect this question with the last question and speak
Yeah,
generally about the superstars of 90s, from
yeah,
Salman to Shah Rukh to Amir to Akshay to
yeah,
Ajay Devgan to all the 90s star, and I'll connect it to the question that you asked. So, see, the film business in today's time is driven by the youth.
yeah,
I think that we have to be honest, at least the initial, the opening day business of any film. And this is not just post-pandemic. It was visible in the pre-pandemic days as well when say a film like Kabir Singh opened at 21. It
yeah,
was the youth who drove the business of the film. So the youth is coming, or even a Gully Boy for that matter, I think opened at 20, around 20, which was again driven by the youth. So I think the youth is driving the opening day business, and then the families are coming in over the weekend.
yeah.
And the youth is expecting big stuff
Right.
from the big stars.
Yeah, they have high
They wouldn't,
expectations.
yeah, they have high expectations from the big stars. They wouldn't come for something that is too routine. If a superstar does a very routine film, I don't think they'll come for that one. They want our superstars to do big stuff.
Yeah,
And uh, because like I honestly think the age factor also seeps in after a point of time. I mean, to connect with the youth, you need a lot of factors.
yeah,
So when you do something that is very big, like I say, Bade Mia Chote Mia, a Tiger 3, these are big event spectacle films which justify the aura, the stardom. There's Pathan, there is Danki, there is uh,
the one.
uh, Pathan, Danki, Tiger 3, Bade Mia Chote Mia. These are the films which justify their aura.
Yeah,
So the youth will come for these films. But for the small films, I don't think youth has any interest in seeing the small films.
right.
Dramas nahi dekhna hai unko, which is the reason why Lal Singh Chaddha didn't open. The youth was never interested in seeing a drama. So it
I
just
would
got.
I would slightly differ with you in that, because the biggest Hindi film of the year is still the Kashmir Files. Now, you can say there's a lot of factors that drove its success, all that, but it did strike a chord with the audience. And it is a
So,
very
but if you
it's a
look at
very
it, Kashmir
brutal
Files didn't
drama.
open. Kashmir File opened at 3.
Yeah, but even the
Drama
trending,
has an audience.
yeah,
No, no, I'm saying it is not. Yeah.
even the trending has been quite dismal for the drama films. Right? Drama films usually have good trending compared to action films.
Mhm,
They're more less front loaded.
mhm.
But even the trending is
Correct.
quite bad, even compared to pre-pandemic standards.
I mean, see, drama as a genre is not dead,
Yeah,
but drama as a genre needs to be made well. Drama as a genre needs some excitement. It
yeah,
can't be bland.
yeah,
Uh, like you said, it has to be soul stirring,
yeah,
the drama. If it is unidimensional like a Lal Singh Chaddha, it won't work.
yeah.
Your drama needs to have high point
True.
to get that trending. Like, see, I'm pretty confident if today uh, Dangal or a Bajrangi Bhaijaan release a Dangal or Bajrangi or take any other drama which work big. If they release even today, they'll get the audience because they have high point.
Yeah,
Like in Dangal, there are so many high points through the narrative, through the journey. In
yeah,
Bajrangi Bhaijaan, there are so many high points.
yeah,
That genre is here, but you need to make dramas which have enough high points.
yeah,
Dramas which are unidimensional, dramas which are very small with very small conflict, they won't work. Your
yeah.
conflict has to be big.
Right.
Because see, end of the day, the biggest larger than life emotion in history of world cinema, the biggest USP of the biggest larger than life moment in history of world cinema are the emotions.
Yeah,
There's nothing as larger than life as the emotion.
yeah,
So you need to have those right emotions which are relatable. I mean, yeah, I mean, there wasn't an emotion which I could relate to in Lal Singh Chaddha. There was no
yeah,
high point.
yeah.
There was
It
not. There was nothing.
And coming to Lal Singh Chaddha, it was quite shocking for me as an audience member to see Amir Khan, who's had an unparalleled run, not just in terms of box office, but in terms of content from, say, Lagan, to make a movie that is a remake of an American drama that is a very American film. You can't take Forrest Gump without the context of Forrest Gump. It was quite shocking to me. And now we're hearing that he's making another remake of a Spanish film. Is that
Thank you.
confirmed yet?
I mean, I had written of this. It was my news like 2 years back that he's doing Champions Ka remake.
Yeah,
After that, he was in two minds, but I believe he's doing it again now, starting from January. So yeah, I
yeah,
think that's happening.
yeah.
But
And
honestly, I don't know how many people would believe me, but the day I watched Forrest Gump, I had
yeah,
not seen Forrest Gump before. I
yeah,
watched it after Amir announced that he is making it.
yeah.
The day I watched Forrest Gump, I told everyone around me that this is a film which can't work in
It's
Hindi.
too specific for that time. It is a very
It's too
specifically,
specific for that region, and it is again it is great for that era. It is great for
yeah,
the 90s.
yeah,
When you bring it in today's time, when we are in a fast moving world,
yeah,
and I mean, I'm saying a film like Lal Singh Chaddha might not have even worked pre-pandemic,
yeah. I think
and
another. I
because
might
it's
be
a wrong
controversial.
subject to remake. It's a
Yeah,
wrong film to remake. It's a
yeah,
wrong film to pick and remake for the Indian audience.
yeah,
And after that, I saw the trailer of the film in March,
yeah,
much before it was out.
yeah,
That time also, that time I mean, that time as well, when I saw the trailer, the first reaction with the people, I was like, this can't work.
yeah, yeah,
So I think that was a wrong selection from the word go to remake. I
yeah.
mean, had they added some humor, had they made it more larger than life, then maybe yeah, it might have had a chance. But they have
But in
done a
fact,
cut
I'd
from
say they didn't. Even Forrest Gump was more larger than life than Lal Singh Chaddha, right? You think because he meets all these historical figures. He shapes American
yeah,
history. There's a lot of comedy there. But
yeah,
here,
yeah.
that
This was
isn't there.
bland.
What?
This was bland.
Yeah,
So
this is Brad.
this was bland. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, but when we talk of champions now, again, it's I mean, doing remakes or not doing remakes is a personal choice of all the actors. I mean,
yeah,
personally, I would want all my 90s superstars to do original films. Like that is
yeah.
my personal thing.
I agree.
But then it's a choice that they make. They know better than us that what they are doing because they have been in the industry for 30
Yeah.
years. Maybe there are not enough original scripts,
Yeah, that is
so
my
they are
question
choosing.
though. Is there dearth of original scripts that are being offered to our 90s superstars?
I
Are they
think
not?
so. I think so. I think so. I think so. That's why they are
Right,
choosing what they are from what they are getting.
right.
But Champions is actually like if you read the synopsis of Champions,
Yeah,
I think it's a very good subject for Indian
yeah,
audience. I
yeah.
mean, it's a subject of a drunkard coach who is in a rehabilitation center who reinvents himself while training a team of
Disabled
disabled
people.
players.
Yeah,
So I think it's a very good subject. You get a vibe. Like how Forrest Gump का vibe था कि यार ये नहीं करना चाहिए था. वैसे ही
yeah.
Champions का vibe आता है यार. This is very Amir Khan's movie.
Yeah,
There will be
it's a
lot
social
of.
comedy sort of
It's a
genre.
very social. It will have. I can already imagine some very light-hearted movements. I can
Yeah,
already imagine some redemption, a sense of
yeah,
redemption. I can already imagine how Amir. Like I can already imagine why Amir has chosen this subject.
yeah.
I think it's a very good. I mean, I think Champions as a film has a very good potential for Hindi. It's
Right.
a drama. I
Yeah.
agree, but
And
it's it,
who is
it's
doing the
they
Champions remake? The director? Because who is the director? Because that isn't
it's
clear to me.
R.S. Prasanna. R.S.
Oh,
Prasanna, the
oh,
one who had done Shubmangal Saga.
right. Because I think with
Hmm.
Lal Singh Chaddha, and I think a lot of problems with the 90s superstars is that the directors are not strong-willed enough to sort of push their vision at times. Because it
I
seems,
think in that aspect, Shah Rukh Khan is the one who is scoring the best. I think there is no one in the industry from beat from the 90s, 2000s, 2010. I don't think anyone has a lineup as strong as Shah Rukh Khan. He's
right.
working with the right directors.
Yes.
He's working in the right genres.
Yeah.
He's from what I know, the three scripts are kick-ass. Shah Rukh Khan has rejected over 35 to 40 scripts to decide on these three subjects.
35 to
So
40.
yes, to decide on
That's
these
a
three
lot.
subjects which you are doing. And I am 500% confident that he might create history in 2023 by delivering not one, not two, but hopefully 300 crore films with Pathan, Jawan, and Dunki. Because I've heard things from my friends who are working on those films, and
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it, but they are shaping up very well. So I'm very
Right.
optimistic on, and I think that's a very smart move also that he has taken. By taking a break, he
Yeah.
was not having that good a run. He
Yeah.
took time to introspect. He took time to read script. He sat down with his friends from the industry to figure out where he's going wrong. And now when he's coming back, it's
Right.
going to be uh, I don't know what word to use, but it is going to be
The
massive when
biggest,
he comes to the
possibly the
screen with.
biggest comeback by a star in Indian
Yeah,
cinema.
yeah,
Possibly.
yeah. I mean, hopefully it should be with three back-to-back blockbusters. It should be huge because I genuinely sense ample of anticipation. I don't care about social media. Social media, pe
Yeah.
everyone is a superstar for the
Yeah.
fan clubs.
Yeah.
I can sense genuine excitement in the cinema going audience to
Yeah.
see Shah Rukh Khan on the big screen.
Yeah.
My mom and dad, who watch films but are watch film basis what I say, they
Yeah.
are asking me ke it has been so long since Shah Rukh Khan has done a film. My college friends ka group keep asking me ke when is Shah Rukh Khan film releasing.
Yeah.
So it's there. So
Yeah. It's
I
very
think there's a
organic.
genuine.
The anticipation is very
It's very
organic.
organic. It's very organic. The anticipation around his film or his return is very organic. So I think he has a perfect balance in that sense to make a huge comeback. And I think that's something which uh, if it works, then you know everyone can slightly thoda introspect kya karna hai, kaise karna hai, and figure it
Yeah.
out. I mean, if things don't go as well as planned, if their films work, then they should continue. But we all need to keep evolving with the times. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
you're talking about Shah Rukh Khan, and one thing about Shah Rukh Khan's stardom is that he's a very huge star. He's had a lot of successes. One important aspect of his stardom was always the music. Any big Shah Rukh Khan film, you can instantly think of the song. If you talk about
Hmm.
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Kabhi Kushi Kabhi Gum, DDLJ, Dil To Pagal Hai,
Yeah.
so on. And a recent factor that we're noticing in Hindi films is the complete absence of the proper chartbuster, except Kesariya this year. I don't, and the Bhool Bhulaiya, which is another remix, but even that worked well. And the
Yeah.
Gangubai album. How important do you think music is for a film to open, for a film to sustain? And why do you think this problem is specific to the Hindi film industry only? If you see Tamil, it's the Anirudh era. He's reigning chartbusters.
Oh yeah.
Telugu is doing well. Even A.R. Rahman's been going on a good
Hmm.
run from the past year or so. So why do you think this problem is with Hindi alone? That there's not that standout music album for films?
See, I'll answer your first question. That is how important is music
Yeah,
for a film in today's time. I think music is the factor which stands between a star and a superstar.
yeah,
I think from the era of 90s, two people who have been blessed with excellent music, and two people who are undoubtedly two top two stars of Indian cinema. I'm saying Indian because they are bigger than they are Indian superstars,
yeah,
and they are the two Khans, Shah Rukh, Salman, Shah Rukh, however you place it. And a common aspect the two of them have is an excellent discography. You
yeah,
go to any club, a disco night, a Bollywood night will be incomplete without their songs.
yeah,
You go to any trip, road trip,
yeah,
you are bound to encounter Shah Rukh and Salman songs.
yeah.
And this is a phenomena which exists since the 60s.
Rajesh
Today,
Khanna.
exactly, that's what today Rajesh Khanna is so relevant and considered to be such a huge star because of the music.
Yeah,
Uh, though if you go from, though if you stick to the facts, it is
yeah,
Dharamji who is way bigger than Rajesh Khanna.
right.
You Rajesh Khanna had a
Great
5 year
run.
span,
Yeah,
dream run for 5 years. That was I think 68 to 73, 74, something in that
yeah,
span. But Dharamji has been there in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s. He
yeah,
has delivered. I think Dharamji has the track record of delivering maximum hits for any actor in history of Indian cinema.
Yeah,
I think I mean, if you just compare the first run, the
yeah,
first innings of superstars, I think Dharamji has more hits than Amitabh Bachchan as well.
right.
So, but why is Rajesh Khanna more relevant today? It's the
The
music.
is the music, yeah.
But if you ask anyone from that era, कि कौन ज्यादा बड़ा star है, था, the
You would,
answer would always be Amitabh Bachchan and Dharmender.
yeah.
You look at the numbers, you look at the magnitude of
Not just the
blockbusters that
numbers, but they are the true
the magnitude
stars
of
who are
blockbusters.
working even today. They worked for a
Yeah,
longer time as well.
yeah, yeah.
That's it's a
No,
simple
I'm
fact.
saying in the numbers, in the sense you look at the magnitude of numbers, in the sense number of hits they have given,
Yeah,
number of blockbusters they have
yeah.
given.
And about
Dharamji has
Amitabh, there's this story that during his peak period, apparently only 6 films of his were money losers. Is that true?
Amitabh Bachchan, absolutely true. And of that, one was a art film. I forgot the name of that film.
Right.
Uh,
I think
Amitabh
the
Bachchan's peak
I
is
think it
something
was
else.
Alap or something. Alap.
I think
Yeah,
Alap. So it was an art experimental film.
yeah.
And apart from that, the funniest part is even some of the films which didn't work have been record or have opened to 100% occupancy.
Right.
So Amitabh Bachchan era is something else. I mean, there have been times in a year where there were four Amitabh Bachchan films running at the same point of time in different theaters.
Yeah.
So I think 19 Sholay released in 1978.
75. I think it was Sholay, Dawn, Mukaddar Ka
Sholay's,
Sikandar,
yes,
and that.
and Zanjeer. I think Zanjeer or something. There were four films which were running at the same time,
Yeah,
and all four were super hits. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
blockbusters, whatever.
yeah. So
So I think so. That's what the relevance of music is. See, I mean, if you stick by facts, it is Amitabh Bachchan and Dharmender who are there, two of the biggest stars of
yeah,
Indian cinema. But it is music which creates a vibe that, oh wow, there's Rajesh Khanna as well, who
yeah,
is a mega star. So that's what music does. And in
yeah,
today's time, I think Ranbir is blessed with a great
yeah,
film discography. I don't think anyone can match the discography that Ranbir has right from his first film.
yeah,
Like I think barring Bombay Velvet and Sanju
yeah,
and Besharam, barring these three films, he has a chartbuster song in each and every film of his. From
yeah,
Savarya, Bachna Hasino, Ajay Prem Ki Gajab Kahaani, even a Roy had a chartbuster in Surya
yeah,
Surupa, and one more song, I forgot the name. So I think Ranveer has the best discography, which will give him the longevity
yeah.
uh, as far as stardom is concerned.
Yeah. And another, we're talking about Amitabh Bachchan, so I think I'll come to Chup because Balki is obsessed with Amitabh Bachchan, the star. You said Chup didn't work for you. Chup didn't entirely work for me too. But I just like to know what your objections are before I get to my next part. What do you think? Why didn't Chup successfully work for you? Just in short, some points maybe.
Uh, I think it was a brilliant concept,
Yeah.
but faltered in execution, especially
Right.
the second half.
Right.
Second half, it didn't have that shock value in any scene. It was
Right.
all linear.
Yeah.
I
And
expected one shock value, and I expected a better character graph of
was
Sunny Deol.
right.
Like you
Yeah.
have like Sunny Deol has this screen presence. Yeah, you can't just show him down and out till the last frame.
Yeah. And for me, another reason Chup didn't work was, it sort of talks about how artists suffer in an industry, right? So one
Yeah,
thing is, it's not just the critics, but I might sound a bit controversial while saying this, but the trade analysts, the awards mechanism in Hindi cinema and film industries has been quite compromised beyond belief. There's routine manipulation that happens. Analysts, they try to curry
absolutely,
favor, and awards are a complete joke nowadays. I think we can all agree on that. Nobody even
absolutely,
pays attention to them anymore.
absolutely.
Yeah. So, do you
Yeah.
think this also has played a major factor in like cutting down on the possible talent size and the sort of not allowing new ideas to come up because there's so much control and there's so much gatekeeping that's happening nowadays? People talk of nepotism, but we
No,
don't
I don't
notice.
think.
Yeah.
No, no, I don't think. See, you're talking of two different issues. One is corruption that exists in
Yeah.
the media side of it, and one you're
Yeah.
talking about how it is stopping the talent. They are two independent issues. I think the industry is much better placed when it comes to giving opportunities to outsiders in terms of writers, directors,
Yeah.
musicians, even actors.
Yeah.
Like
I
right now,
agree.
there is a
It
lot
is.
more accessibility for outsiders to go and pitch a story. Like if you have to go to Dharma. You have Somen Mishra who is active on Twitter, who's
Yeah.
actively asking people to come and meet him, and he's very approachable.
Yeah.
You have to go to a YRF, you can directly mail your ideas to YRF and you get instant reply. I know people who have got instant replies from YRF, uh, and have been invited by them for a script discussion meeting. And then, of course, things work out, don't work out. That's the destiny of the script.
Yeah.
So I think there is enough uh, opportunity for the outsiders to get going in this front. As far as the media corruption is concerned, I think that's an industry created demon, wherein everyone is just, most of them are just going into paid promotions. Like, I know people who charge 35,000 for one tweet, 40,000 for one tweet, just tweeting a trailer for 35,000, 40,000, 20,000. And I'm like, yeah, like I've got offers which I have rejected.
Right.
I got offers which I rejected. I'm like, yeah, if I start taking money to post a trailer of a film, I'm killing my own passion. How can I charge to just post my thoughts on a trailer?
Yeah.
I mean, that's, I can't sell that. But that's a demon which industry is creating these days by, I mean, you shouldn't pay. You shouldn't pay. That's because that's corruption at its peak, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't pay, we don't post your trailer. If you don't do this, we don't do that. Arey, yaar, you are in the business of film journalism. Your job is to report. Your job is to inform the viewers about what's coming, what's not coming. You
Yeah.
don't, if, I mean, if someone is willingly paying you, well and good, okay, आप पैसे कमाओ. But अगर कोई पैसा नहीं दे रहा है, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं हुआ कि तुम मुझे पैसे नहीं दिए, मैं तुम्हारी पिक्चर की बैंड बजा दूंगा. Be
Yeah.
at least objective. I'm not saying don't take money. अरे पैसे लो, ठीक है. If someone is paying you, take the money, post the trailer. But if someone is not paying you, don't go in a vindictive spree के तूने पैसा नहीं दिया ना, आप मेरे को पिक्चर अच्छी लगी तो भी मैं बुरा लिखूंगा, so that तू मेरे को नेक्स्ट
Right.
बार. This is wrong.
Right.
Not
And
taking, if someone is
also,
not paying and then going vindictive is wrong.
yeah.
Taking money, otherwise it's an individual call, because there are so many people who don't work for a publication. I work for a publication, I get paid by them to write my stuff.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So people take money to influence people, and क्या बोलते हैं, and post their stuff on
Yeah.
their social media platform. That's influence. That's
Yeah.
the influential campaign. But to go vindictive against people who are not paying is wrong.
Yeah.
That's my argument. That's my debate. That is something I'm fighting for.
Right. So I'm sorry, my time is up. I'm on Zoom now, so there's only a time limit here. I'd love
Yeah.
to talk to you more, but could we just end by, could you give a certain, is there any hint for your upcoming news break? You had one in the morning about Anis Bazmi's next film, something big, maybe Shah Rukh Khan's
Yeah.
next film, since everyone wants to know.
Oh, Shah Rukh Khan's next
After
film.
after Donkey.
Even Shah Rukh Khan has not decided, but just for you, I think he is considering the Rajan DK script again. Let's see if he does it or not.
Oh wow, Family Man.
So let's see. There are multiple options. Again, he has some 7, 8 offers which have come his way. He has rejected some.
Yeah.
Dawn 3 he has rejected.
Right.
He has rejected an action film from Dharma. So
Right.
there are some things which he has
I'm
rejected.
really looking forward
But
for a Bhansali Shah Rukh Khan collaboration, because I
that
think
won't
that
happen. I don't think that's happening. I
never.
don't think that's happening.
Okay.
At this point of time, it's not happening.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's really nice talking to you, and thanks for
Thank you
giving
for
us our
having me here.
time. And I'd like to give a compliment to you that you're one of the most objective, honest. Anyone, if they want to see something about a film, the collections, the review, I think they can go to you. You are
Thank you
the
so
most
much.
objective, subjective film journalist, and best of luck to you on your
Oh,
future. Yeah.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And good luck to you.
Yeah. Thank you.